Hi everyone, my name is Leomir Goncalves and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant at Visa Immigration. On today's video, I am going to discuss with you how you can get a work permit in Canada. There are many options that you can legally work in Canada, and for sure you may find one that works for you. Before we start, just make sure you like our video, subscribe to our channel, and just click on the bell below so you can receive all the updates that we post on our channel every week. As the world's leading economies, Canada is a great place for you to come and work. There are many ways that you can get a work permit through studies, job offer, or even international agreements. Let's start discussing how you can get a work permit through studies. If you're planning to come to Canada to do a post-secondary education, you may be eligible to work 20 hours per week during your academic sessions. And of course, if you do have scheduled breaks, you may be eligible to work full-time during that time. And just make sure we are talking about scheduled breaks. It's not the breaks that you create by yourself or just request some time off from school. Those breaks are specifically set by your institution. Before coming to Canada, you have to make sure you're choosing a program that will allow you to work during your studies, and that will lead you to other opportunities to work also after graduation. Another option to work through studies is if you're taking a co-op program. A co-op program is a work-related part of your educational program. That means usually you would have in-classes lessons, but also part of your program will be an internship. You would be working and delivering that hours to your institution, and you only graduate once you get those hours. For example, if you're taking a 1-year co-op program, and that means 6 months of study and 6 months of work, you'll be eligible to work 20 hours in the first 6 months during your lessons, and you'll be able to work full-time on the last 6 months and then complete your program. And the co-op programs are not exclusively for private institutions. Many public institutions still offering a co-op program. If you have any questions related to a study in Canada, you can contact us and our educational team will assist you. If you're coming to Canada with your spouse or common law partner, they also may be allowed to work and help you with your expenses while you are studying. To be eligible to get that work permit for your spouse or common law partner, you have to make sure you choose the program and the institution that will allow you to apply for that work permit. Usually, the work permit for your spouse or common law partner will be the same time duration of your study permit. And depending on the program you choose, you may be eligible for the post-graduation work permit, the PGWP. The PGWP is given to you after your graduation, and you have to make sure the program you did is eligible to get the PGWP. Most of the times, we have to consider that most programs from public institutions or private institutions financed by the government, or private institutions where the program was a degree, for example, an associate degree or bachelor degree or master's or PhD, you'll be eligible to get the post-graduation work permit. If you do have a spouse or common law partner, in order for them to also get the work permit during your PGWP, you, as a graduated, you have to make sure you have a job offer. You have a contract to work on an occupation that would be classified under NOC 0A or B. And that job offer does not have to be full-time. It could be part-time, and if you do not have that job offer, your spouse will have to wait a little bit longer to get that work permit. Another way to work in Canada will be under the International Experience class. Under that program, we do have 3 different categories: Working Holiday Visa, Young Professional, and Co-op. Many countries around the world, including Europe and Asia, will be eligible to get a work permit under that agreement between Canada and their countries. You have to make sure your country and Canada would have that agreement, and you also have to make sure you meet all the other requirements, including age, having or not a job offer, having some proof of funds, and also applying for the proper visa. You can also get a work permit if you're coming from a country that have specifically a free trade agreement with Canada, including US, Colombia, Peru, South Korea, and Panama. Under those agreements, you have to make sure you'd meet all the requirements for the program you're applying and also to get the support you need from your employer. If you're working for a bigger company and your company will have a partner in Canada, that means it's usually a multinational company, you may be eligible to be transferred to Canada and get a work permit under the Intra-Company Transferee program. That way, you can get the employer-specific work permit and you'll be able to come and apply your skills here. If you do speak French and you have a job offer outside of Quebec and you meet all the other requirements, you may be eligible to get a work permit under the French Mobility Program. We do have some experience with that and we can definitely help you as well. And talk about job offer. If you do have a job offer, and of course you may not qualify for the young professional or the French Mobility Program, we can also take a look on the LMIA applications. The LMIA is the abbreviation for Labor Market Impact Assessment, where the company would apply for an authorization to get you a support to apply for the work permit. The company would submit an application to the federal government showing that they have tried to recruit a Canadian or permanent resident in Canada and they couldn't find it. So that way they can offer you a job and bring you to Canada. The LMIA is a great option for companies that have been trying to recruit and meet the labor shortage in that specific field. And many times companies will be allowed to apply for LMIAs for more than one employees at a time. If you do have a job offer and a company is willing to support you with the LMIA application, it will be our pleasure to discuss with your company how we can help them to apply for the LMIA and make sure we also get the option for you to apply for the work permit once the LMIA is approved by the federal government. If you do have a job offer in the tech sector, you and your company may be eligible for the Global Talent Stream. The Global Talent Stream is an easier application and much faster. We can get it approved within 2 weeks most of the time. Once we made sure the company met the requirements, we will help them to submit the application and make sure and you also be prepared to get your work permit after that. The Global Talent Stream is a great option for tech industry in Canada where they cannot find much Canadians or permanent residents to fill the positions and they have to recruit abroad. If you do have a nomination from a province or territory in Canada, you may be eligible to apply for a work permit if that program was based on the job offer and allows you to apply for the work permit. So once you get that nomination, we have to make sure you meet the requirements to applying for the work permit and also submit your application for permanent residency so we can also justify that you need that work permit to wait for your application in Canada and to start working as soon as possible. Also, if you have an endorsement in one of the employer-driven programs, you may be eligible to apply for the work permit and start working as soon as possible. A good example of that is the Atlantic Immigration Pilot, which includes 4 provinces in the Atlantic: New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, PEI, and Nova Scotia. You can also get a work permit under 2 pilot programs that were implemented in 2019: the Home Child Care Provider and the Home Support Worker, where you need a job offer of a family in Canada, meet all the other requirements, and submit your application for the work permit. Once you complete the 2 years of work experience, you'll be eligible to apply also for permanent residency. Also, if you're here in Canada applying for a spouse or common law sponsorship, you may also be eligible to apply for an open work permit. That way, you'll be able to work until you get your permanent residency. If you haven't submitted the application yet, we could add the 2 applications together. But if you have submitted your application for permanent residency and you're still waiting for an answer, you are also eligible to apply for that work permit. Most of the cases for permanent residency, if you are here in Canada and you're still waiting for an answer on your permanent residency application, you may be eligible to apply for the Bridging Open Work Permit. In order to apply for the Bridging Open Work Permit, you must be the main applicant on your application for permanent residency, have your application submitted, and also make sure your work permit is expiring within 4 months or less. Also, your spouse may qualify to get the open work permit together with your Bridging Open Work Permit. If you have any other questions regarding work permits, please contact us. We'll be here to help you and guide you through the entire process. A work permit application is a great way to start your life here in Canada, and before submitting an application to work, you have to make sure you qualify and meet all the requirements for the program you're applying under. If you'd like to contact our team, our contact information is just down here on the description of the video, and we'll be here to help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.